Greetings, vloggers, bloggers, pollers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty. Again, I want to mention this week that I am sharing the Falling Water background. Falling Water is a house designed by Frank Lloyd Wright that opened in the 1930s, and it's in the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania. And this background is sponsored by Go of Laurel Highlands. It was on their website, laurelhighlands.org. I have information about how to link up to that and how to link up to Falling Water in the description. But for now, we're going to talk about my blog post. My second vlog today is going to talk about COVID. And I know we talk about COVID, but it's still real, and it's becoming to a point where it's becoming regressive for me anyway, and many other autistics as I read through my readings on Facebook online every day on my morning news feeds and I share them to my Facebook and my Instagram, and they're all my e-blasts. So if you want to see the ones in my e-blast, sign up. I have a sign up on my website. But before COVID started, I had a major tragic event where I didn't know if I realized I was going to eventually lose my home, but I didn't know that at the time. And so I had a big traumatic event, and it was out of my control, and a lot of up in the air things. And then COVID hit, and so we were sent home from day programming. Work was remote. We learned all this new stuff and did all these new things. So it was a big thing, big change, a lot of changes. I wasn't well mentally at the time, so just a lot of things that weren't working in the cards. And so eventually I had the courage, and it took me some time because I was not well, and we had gotten back into things for a while back at the day program. We got back to work. So I had got back on my feet, and I was glad to get back on my feet here in my second home. And then eventually we had a resurgence of COVID. And as such, I worked remotely for 5 weeks. I did go to programming, but meals were delivered and social events were canceled and capacity was lowered. And I didn't spend Thanksgiving or Christmas with my parents, which was a very hard thing for everybody, but it was harder for me. So we built ourselves back up. We get into, we're getting vaccines, we're getting vaccinated. We're losing mask for some of us that feel comfortable, and then we go back to mask. So it's been a roller coaster of a past year and a half for me. With that said, so as such, with autistic individuals, we don't take change well, and that's a well-given and well-known fact. But this past year and a half has been hard on the autism community. Many youngsters that are diagnosed with autism had to forgo going to school in the way they would in 2020, the end of 2020, and had to learn online. And some do excel at that, some do not. 2020 to 2021, they did some did go online, some did. We did hybrid, we did asynchronous, synchronous, all these nice new terms that we learned. And it's still a struggle for some, and some just didn't go back at all. We're into 2021 now. We're just starting back, and the resurgence is starting back. We're having variants, Delta, Wu, all those great words. And so, I think from the beginning, as time went on, I once didn't have a fear of getting sick. And once I had my vaccination, I was okay with the fear wasn't as bad. And now with these variants and with people who are vaccinated getting sick with a touch of sickness, it has struck a little bit of fear in me. And as such, we know there's autistic people that don't want to get vaccinated, and there's autistic people that are religiously vaccinated, but that's okay, and that's their choice, and we must respect that. However, this whole COVID thing as a whole, regardless of vaccination status, regardless if you want to wear a mask, if you can tolerate it, if you can't tolerate it, have issues, there's been a great deal of regression in the past year and a half because of all the deficits we have faced. And I am starting to see in myself some of those deficits. I'm becoming, as I was last winter when I first moved in here, more sequestered to my house, not doing things. I'm being, very sequestered. Last March, my mother had retired from 10 years of public service. So we started walking. I was in 5Ks this summer. And now it's like, I don't even want to do that. And it's difficult because, we just don't want to do anything. And it can be difficult at times. It isn't easy. It just isn't. And, we just want to move on. And I know it's so hard to say we want to move on, but we have to. And as such, this weekend we had planned to do some things, and that the things that was supposed to happen at a certain place in a park did not happen because of the projected Hurricane Ida floods that did not happen, and it was changed to a venue that did not have an adequate setup, or was not set up in a way that everybody could attend. And so I had to forgo that, and I was looking forward to that. And as such, it kind of threw me off. And later in that day, when I had my mother had offered me the opportunity to do something that I wanted to do, I just didn't want to do anything. And I just don't, to do anything anymore is a struggle, because the world has been shut down, and we have not experienced reality for a long time. And even what we are experiencing as the new normal is a struggle, because what the new normal is so much what people want. They want something that they go and do that something, and it gets overly crowded, and there's a lot of people, just a lot going on. And and it makes me, because of all the added people and the added noise and the added commotion and the change of venue and the need to do this and the need to do that, it makes it harder for me and many other autistic people. Another thing that autistic people struggle with is the fear of getting sick. Like I said, with the vaccination, we thought that was proven science. Obviously, people with vaccinations are getting sick, and we have a third dose coming. We're going to be getting our flu shots soon. All these things play a part in what we have to do. And it's a struggle. It's really a struggle. And, we're coming up on the fall cough and cold season, flu season, and they're saying flu season is worse than with a combined COVID, is very dangerous. So I've been masking up. We've been masking up. Day program's been masking up. So it's like we're going from, mask to to vaccine, to no mask, to that no mask you're vaccinated, to no mask for everyone, to now we're back to masks. So, and now we're back to third vaccine. So, there's just so much going on out there in the world. And, it's challenging for anybody, let alone an autistic or neurodiverse person right now. And, I just don't want, I just can't, I'm resilient and I'm strong, and I've had a lot of changes happen this week, and I just don't want to give things up. So, I've been building a support system, and I'm very proud of the people I've been connecting with. So, I want to say, just stay strong, everybody. We made it 18 months, most of us. Some have not been so lucky, but as we're getting into Suicide Prevention Week next week, starting tomorrow, I just remind people, you stay strong. You are loved. You are cared for. You are not a burden, and we love you. So that being said, have a good week, everybody. As always, if you like this video, make sure you tap the like button. If you don't like it, tap the thumbs down. It's okay. Subscribe to the video if you like. Hit that notification bell. And if you like this channel, subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dustin's Dynasty. Pinterest and TikTok at Dustin's Dynasty ASD. On the web at dustinsdynastyusa.com. On my blog posts are on throughout the week, and many of them are podcasted to Spotify and other streaming platforms. I thank you, and have a good week.